Oh, thank God I'm finally free from college. Yep, I'm now done with college now, until the next year. Well, September really. But, yo, this episode of Valvrave was crazy. So much stuff happening in it. Yeah, a slow start. And after the ending of like episode 10, people have really been getting like a lot more attention to this series, and people are saying like you should check out this, like, to my friends now, you should check out the series because there's a rape scene in it. It's like, what the hell? And there's been some things about whether or not that was rape or not. And just to clarify, there wasn't no consent at the start, although since she had feelings for him, I think she gave in, saying, oh, I want this to be my first. And that's what I think about that, but that's time to the actual episode. That's just the whole clarifying of that whole thing that happened. But in this episode of Valvrave, the fights and drama and so much stuff in this episode happened. At the start, a little bit slow, with like Haruto, with Rukino. I always called it Yukino because I'm an idiot. But yeah, someone's pointed out that her name is actually Rukino, not Yukino. And they were out like saying, oh, we can do whatever we want, we're like ministers now, let's do what we want. It's like, and it looks like he was trying to actually say, talk about the whole incident, but they were just sort of blanked it off, and she was saying, oh, I won't let you apologize and sort of stuff like that. And even as well, like Shoko was trying to ring her like throughout the day, and Rukino wasn't even letting her do anything like that, saying, and he even said, I don't want to be alone, and and even Haruto had the ball saying, you're not alone, you got me, and your friends, and then the fight started, and the fight looked beautiful, like with all the Valvraves going out. This is probably one of the most beautiful looking episodes of the entire series, and I liked how LF gave all like the script of how the battle is, and he's saying, yo, you're doing all this. It's like to the school president, he's like, you're doing this because like I've got shit to do. And their plan is to actually draw in all the soldiers so Haruto can get his Harakiri blade out. And if you don't know, the Harakiri blade is the sword where he puts it into his stomach and he makes a glowing attack, and it just, utter destruction. And they got out like when Shoko had to answer them. It's saying, we've got your father here, and we're just going to execute him. And they were trying to use this to intimidate, and then saying, hey, we found out where this place was. And when they said, oh, we found where it is, it's like, oh, we can actually go and rescue him. He's in the middle. He is like what is it of this whole battle, and she was trying to think, oh, what can I do? And even Elf was like saying, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, he actually got a gun out in case this didn't happen, in case like Shoko's saying, I'm going to give you the Valvraves. But it was really sad, as he was saying, always look forward, like your future's not behind you. And Haruto is really fucked over two. Well, literally he's fucked one of them, but he's fucked over two of them now, as he's like killed one's father, rapes the other. This is some school day shit, that stuff you're getting on here, Haruto. Like, damn. But she was like crying, saying I couldn't do a thing. And at the end of the episode, we saw that they actually like broke in with a drill module, and so Haruto went back. And not to mention, at the end of the episode, he actually, because he said like, I've got to go, like I'll talk, and he's like, oh, go and ask Shoko, like say Shoko, and he's like, Rukino, will you marry me? What? So much to Shoko being your girl. I guess this is sort of a little thing to be guilt. Like, I still think this is sort of like he's still for a guilt trip. He doesn't look like he is remotely like hardly interested in this girl. Like, there's probably some feelings, but you know how he is with Shoko. But I'm looking forward to the finale of this season. It's it's really enjoyable. I've had a lot of fun with this series, and just waiting for next week. But Kakumeiki Valvrave, you do me so good. Like, that's it. But thank you very much for watching. As always, remember, strut love panda, sana, and I'll see you next time, people.